I got to tell you, pre-COVID, I traveled a lot. And so I would walk through the Dallas Love Field Airport and think, oh my goodness, we ought to be in here. Like we truly ought to be here and in here. And you know how I am, Tex, kind of like world domination, takeover spirit. I'm like, we got to do a takeover of this airport. And of course, when I start to envision a complete takeover, having the Mavs out there, a whole new look, of course, you know who I thought about. There's one person who I know can carry out that vision for us, and that's of course you, Tex. So it was. Thank you for like really leading and carrying out that vision. Why did you think it was a good fit for us?
I just think, it was an interesting time, obviously, with COVID hitting. And I just think it was something that we could do to obviously speak to the team spirit, but just also to uplift everybody, and they're coming and going. And it gave us an opportunity with the airport being down traffic-wise for a while, that when everybody got a chance to start to come back to travel, they got something that was warm and inviting and spoke to them from this city.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dallas Love Field's Lead with Love podcast. My name is Dal Sanders.
And I'm Cinde Sanders.
And we just finished the first ever magic show at the Live at Love stage in the center of the airport.
Yes, it was amazing.
It was so much fun. And I was really amazed that so many people just stopped for so long. I mean, usually when I'm at Love Field, I'm like running to get to my gate or something like that.
I know, but they couldn't help it. There was live entertainment on that stage.
They're just more they're well planned and not like I usually am when I'm on the way wherever. And this is the first time I've been in an airport in 18 months.
I know.
So
I'm so ready to get back to it.
I'm ready to get on a plane and go somewhere. I always sleep on the plane, so I need a nap. So
it was great on that stage. We had a built-in audience, and
did you notice all of them were following all the safety precautions? And everything?
I know.
I mean, they know about all the little things that are floating around in the air.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I'm catching them right here and putting them in my hand. And all of them got together, and they all wore.
Everybody wore their mask.
Their masks. They were all wearing their masks. So it was really, really kind of cool. So.
Including us. We even wore masks while we were on stage.
That's right. So if you go back and look at the show on a replay or something, and it sounds like I'm saying, really what I was saying was, so.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, we had a great time, and we hope everybody had a good time too. And
it's really nice of Love Field to sponsor local entertainment like this.
That's right. It's really a kind of a special stage. When I first saw that stage, when they first built it, I remember I was flying in from Corpus Christi, and I'm walking by, and that stage was brand new, and I'm looking at it thinking like, oh, look at that. And it's got the video background and everything. And I'm saying, I want to perform on that stage.
He has wanted to perform on that stage for like 2 years.
That's right. So I was so very excited.
We are super excited to be the first magic show on that stage.
That's right. And, everybody go and like the video and make lots of comments and everything. And who knows, maybe Dallas Love Field will bring us back again. And
hopefully,
that's right.
You know, they have other entertainment on that stage too. They have musical acts, and they've had like 237 live performances in 2019.
Oh my goodness.
Believe it or not, on that stage.
Wow.
I know.
And how many did they have in 2020?
Probably zero.
Well, not very many, but you know, that's what you got to expect during a pandemic. But it looks like Love Field is back, and it's a great place to come. And I saw people just enjoying their meals and everything. And I didn't get to eat lunch today at Love Field.
We can eat after.
Okay.
After our podcast.
You promise?
Yes.
Okay, great. Great. We're going to do that. Hey, we want to talk to you about different things that we're doing with our careers and our magic right here in the North Texas area. The first thing I think we ought to talk about is a little thing that we started about 5 years ago called
the Dallas Magic Academy?
Yes, I was going to see if you wanted to say it or not. Dallas Magic Academy is, well, we actually specialize in teaching magic to kids 8 to 12 years old. We've had a lot of kids that are younger than that, and some kids that are so older too. But we teach them magic, and we also teach them the 8 traits of a true magician. Like a true magician is
respectful, prepared, enthusiastic, confident. What are the others? Yeah, prepared. I guess I'm not.
and giving, and it's just really been a great time working with these kids, and we have really been amazed how many kids come up and want to continue with this and go further and take more classes. And I kind of think we ought to show a trick. Let's see. I put it down. Oh, it fell off the table. Let me get it.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm out of frame. Okay. Yes. So what I've got here are 2 shoelaces. Let me move them down to the center of the thing here.
There we go.
And there's a bead in the middle. Okay, a bead in the middle. Now these 2 shoelaces once came out of the shoes that once belonged to Harry Houdini.
Right.
At least that's what the guy on eBay said. And so the bead is just a bead. So this is the first trick we teach kids. So hold out your hand. I'm going to put the bead right there in your hand. Hold on to it. Now let's see. Pick one string from one side and one shoelace.
This one and this one.
Okay. And I'm going to tie them over your hand just like this. And so you can see they're tied. But if they belong to Harry Houdini, then maybe they'll be able to escape just like that. And the shoelaces escaped. The bead is there. And that's the very first trick we teach kids.
That's right.
You know my favorite part of teaching that trick?
What?
Whenever we teach in a summer camp, there are kids in all different types of camps. You know,
Yes.
There's computer camp and everything. So we always tell them to go home and practice this before you show it to anybody. And they go to the
Carpool line. Yep.
and they show it to their friends immediately. And our numbers double the next day. People are quitting other camps because they want to.
That's true. And they enroll in our camp just because of
that's
that trick
one
right
trick.
there.
It's kind of fun.
And did you know I am a robot? I am a robot.
A robot, you are.
Yes. I am very good at math. And these numbers mean something to me.
Well, if you're very good at math, then why is our checkbook all out of balance?
I'm very good at math.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She's very good at math.
So what I have here, do you want to help me?
Sure.
Okay. What I have here are some cards, and they're like
Bookmarks.
they're like bookmarks, and they look like magazine cutouts on them. And all the numbers are different. They're on both sides, as you can see. All of them are different. And what I want you to do is mix those up.
Mix them up.
Yes, mix them up. Put them in any order you want.
Can I turn them? Oh, I can turn them forwards and backwards.
Now I
and
want
forwards.
you, everybody else, to get your calculators out. Okay.
We'll
You have
give you a
your
minute to
calculator?
do that.
Like your phone or something like that. Get your calculator, because we're going to add some numbers, and I'm going to beat you at adding from your calculator. Are you ready?
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Okay, these are going to be the numbers right here.
All right. These are the numbers.
Okay. Now you're going to add them up, the 4 numbers across the top, then the 4 numbers in the second row, and the 4 numbers.
Plus.
Okay.
And then you're going to get to the final number. All right.
Okay.
But the final number, while you're doing that, I can already know your final number is going to be 28,952. 28,952.
We'll give
Are
you a
you
minute
ready?
to catch up.
Add 57983. Add 6538 plus 8954 plus 7677 And your total is 28952.
So I know that you guys
That's right.
did this watching, and I know that you're pretty amazed with that. This is another trick we teach kids.
That's right.
And so kids get a magic trick with some amazing instructions. I'm just going to flash them to you so you don't. I don't want you to know exactly how it works. But they're well drawn and great magic instructions. There's a script on every trick, and they get that. And they also get in every lesson. They get a top secret file folder with more magic tricks on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
I can't let you look more than that because I don't want you to steal the secrets.
So it's the DallasMagicAcademy.com.
Yes, you go to DallasMagicAcademy.com and sign your kids up for our camps. We have after school programs. And I tell you what, some of you might be looking for something for your kids to do after school. Let us know.
Sure.
Just reach out and let us know.
After school programs.
We can come to your school. We can do things just about anywhere. So in 2020, online, we taught 496 kids
online
the art of magic. That's usually in person. We can usually get about 300 in a school year, but we got almost 500 last year because we had kids joining us online, and we had a whole class of kids from Brazil.
It was fun.
It was really fun. They were amazing, and you may think Brazil, don't they speak Portuguese? Yes, but they also speak English as their second language. And I have to tell you, those kids spoke English better than Cindy.
That's true. I'm from Louisiana and Texas, so.
Yes, so it was just amazing how precise they were. And I'm going like, these kids it's really nice to talk to them. And then Cindy will say something a little Cajun-y, and I'm like, no.
And during our classes, we always start the classes with a episode from our TV show, Cartoon Circus.
You mean we have a TV show?
We do have a TV show.
Where can you see our TV show?
You can see it streaming on if you have Roku or on YouTube, all different kinds of places streaming.
Yes, it's on the Spider TV network, SPYDAR TV, and just so you know, the producer of the show, when we started doing this 3 years ago, the producer wanted something that looked like it came from the 1960s. It was the kind of TV show I watched on Saturday mornings growing up, and I wanted something with all the bells and whistles and crazy stuff going on all the time, the animation and everything. And he said, no. We're going back to the basics. It's going to have a retro look, and it does have a retro look. But it is a lot of fun. Our cartoons are from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. The most recent cartoon I've seen was made in 1959. And
so we host old cartoons, and we do magic, and we do science. We teach magic and science. I'm Boopsie the Clown on the show, and Dal's Ringmaster Dal.
I'm the ringmaster in the Cartoon Circus. That's Cartoon Circus with a K.
Yes.
So if you look it up, Cartoon Circus with a K. So so that's our little TV show, and it's syndicated all over the world. I don't know where you're watching this from, but Cartoon Circus is syndicated all over the world. We're seen in 90 million homes in China.
Oh.
Again, we're just speaking English.
Right.
They wanted us to teach the kids how to speak English, and Cindy's Louisiana accent.
So there are a lot of Chinese children running around with the Louisiana accent, I guess.
Saying y'all, and they're fixing
y'all,
to do
they're
something.
fixing to do something. That's right.
So you have to excuse me. We should talk about other things we do.
Okay.
How about the birthday brigade?
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about that?
That is so much fun. So we joined with the DFW Birthday Brigade, and we go out to homeless shelters, and we do birthday parties for all the children that have their birthday in that month. We do a birthday party for them. So we do the entertainment. They have the Santa Cops, is that what they're called? They provide presents, and there's cake and ice cream, and it's just a whole birthday party that we put on for the children in the homeless shelters. So it's really, really a fun thing that we do to give back to the community.
It's heartwarming. I mean,
It is.
These are kids that really
They appreciate it.
They appreciate it. They don't have a lot.
Right.
And A lot of times we'll give them some of the magic tricks that we have from our magic classes. We'll teach them magic. And I remember the one of them that you performed as the Unicorn Queen.
Oh, yes.
And there was a boy there now, unicorns are usually popular with little girls, okay?
Right.
But there was a little boy there that was probably 9 or 10, and he was so taken with your rainbow hair and your unicorn puppet that you did. I mean, he was standing as close as I am.
He was like in my face the whole time.
Yes, and he was just so amazed. It was so much fun.
It was.
So that was a really, really fun thing. And giving back is one of the things that we like to do a lot. In fact, giving back to the community is really important. We started doing this. Well, we've done it for years, but it's something that we kind of brought in and internalized more when I was working, when I was president of the Society of American Magicians. So Society of American Magicians, just so you know, is the world's oldest and most prestigious magic organization. Harry Houdini is a past president of Society of American Magicians, and so am I.
Yeah.
And the reason why I got involved with the Society of American Magicians is because the way they give back to the community all the time, the way they're constantly trying to make sure that the people who don't have as much
Yes.
get a little more.
Yes.
And so
They have funds to help people when they're in need and things like that. So yes.
And but there have also been a lot of really cool things that have come from that. Our local magic assembly, which is part of the SAM, is called the Dallas Magic Club.
This is exciting.
This is exciting. And in 2024, we will celebrate our 100th anniversary. 100 years of magic in Dallas. And we are so excited about this. It's kind of weird. Harry Houdini was still alive and was president of the SAM when we started our club, Assembly number 13. And he delivered our charter, and it's
signed by Harry Houdini.
Signed by Harry Houdini and Thurston and let's see, his brother Hardin. And all the great magicians of the 1920s have signed this this document, and it's still in our possession. It's actually at our house because a lot of the magicians come to our house all the time, so we keep it so everybody can see it whenever they want. But since it's 2024, we should be celebrating that in some way, don't you think?
I do.
So I had an idea about 3 weeks ago, and it was a crazy idea. See, the Society of American Magicians and the International Brotherhood of Magicians and all these other organizations of magicians around the world are all part of a larger group called FISM. Don't ask me to tell you what it stands for.
It's French.
FISM it's a French federation.
Something.
Federation. I can't tell you. But FISM is the larger organization. And every 3 years, they hold what amounts to the Olympics of Magic.
Right.
And every continent or continental area has to have the preliminaries to pick who will go to the international contest.
To compete.
So South America has a group, Oceania, which is Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Rim. There's a group for Asia, Europe, Africa. Oh, and North America.
That's where we are.
And the North America contest is happening in 2024. You see where I'm going here? So I had this great idea, at least I thought it was great. Why don't we try to bring the best magicians on the continent to Dallas to help us celebrate our 100th anniversary? We'll have a giant contest of magic. We will tie in the Society of American Magicians and the Texas Association of Magicians and have just a giant party.
Yeah.
Well, a week ago on Friday, this past Friday, it wasn't even a week yet, the vote was made, and
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. We're going to be bringing the best magicians on the continent to Dallas. They're going to be coming through Love Field Airport.
I was going to say,
They're going to see the stage. I'm going to have them rename the Dal Sanders stage. No, I'm kidding. The Dal with Love. No.
I love it.
They're going to be coming through here, and it's going to be an awesome, awesome weekend. When do you think we should hold it?
How about Labor Day?
Labor Day weekend. A lot of people are off during that time.
Yes.
And it's like the last big thing of the summer. And
Before,
Labor Day weekend. Mark it on your calendar. Labor Day weekend 2024. If you love magic, come to Dallas. Or if you're from Dallas, be ready, because we're going to have a great party celebrating Dallas Magic Club's 100th anniversary. The FISM North America Championship of Magic, and they're beautiful trophies that the winners get.
Book your flights early.
And the winners go on to compete in Olympic Magic.
Right.
So, and the only way that you can do it is by coming to Dallas. So
super fun. Hey, you know what we're doing at the end of this week?
Sleeping.
No,
No?
nowhere close. We're going to the
Sleeping?
Texas State Fair.
Oh, that's right. I need a corn dog. What else are we going to do at the state
We're going to perform there.
Really?
Yeah.
So Cindy and I have been performing at the State Fair in various character costumes over the years, and we get to go back again this year for the opening weekend of the State Fair of Texas. We want to invite every single one of you to come out. We're going to be working at the McDonald's booth.
That's right.
And so come on out, be a part of it. We're going to do some magic. We're going to teach some magic. And
we'll do 3 shows a day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the first weekend, this weekend.
Mhm.
So book your flights for that too. Come on in and to the Texas State Fair in Dallas, Texas.
That's right. Go visit my big brother.
Tex, Big Tex?
Big Tex, yeah.
Yeah.
Howdy, Dal. Just want someone to say howdy, Dal.
I think you should.
But yeah, that's more of the exciting things that we're doing. What else is going on? Any other exciting things going on in magic, or anything else we want to talk about? Does anybody have a question? I know some people probably. Let's see. I'm looking in at these.
Oh, we have someone asking a question.
How young are the children you teach?
How young are the children? Good question. Generally, we teach 8 to 12-year-olds. The program was designed for 8 to 12-year-olds. However, we have a lot of kids that are younger than that take the class, and we actually have special classes that we teach
Right.
younger kids too. And can we tell them about this yet? Maybe? Yeah?
What?
I'm going to break the news. In November, we're going to be working up a whole new
yes.
class that's going to be designed for kindergarten through 2nd
I
grade.
think it's 5, 6, and 7.
5, 6, and 7-year-olds.
Yeah.
And this is a brand new course
Yeah.
that goes along with our Discover Magic courses. It's kind of leading in
Yes.
to that. So we're very excited about that. That's a big secret. Don't tell anybody.
Yes. Are there other questions? Yes.
Are children or adults your toughest audience?
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'll
I
tell
think
you
we
what.
have different stories about that maybe.
I think that adults are easier to fool. I've always said that the smarter a person is, the easier it is to fool them. Because you can say, look at this hand right here, while you're doing the dirty work with this hand over
And the
here.
kids will look at that hand.
And no, the adults will look at
the
that
adults
hand.
will look at that hand.
The kids are going to look anywhere
Right.
but there. They're going to look at there and say, oh, I saw you do it with your other hand. And so every single time. So yeah, kids are much harder to fool than adults.
But I love performing for children. That is
I
my
do too.
specialty. So I love, I do show, we do shows together, but we also do shows separately. I perform for, as like the Cat in the Hat, Sister Cat, or I do a dinosaur puppet show, all different kinds of theme shows for children. So it's fun.
That's right, and it's just a blast. So I just love seeing those kids, and there's something to be said. There's a famous guy who used to play football. Should I tell that story about Troy?
Sure.
Okay, so we were doing a show once, and Troy Aikman and his family were there, and his daughter
Allie.
she was what, 5 at
She
the
was
time?
young.
She was super young. She came up and after the show and she kind of gave me a hug and everything. And she said, "You're my favorite magician ever." And Troy was laughing and I said, "Oh, thank you." Troy Aikman, I'm talking about. And I said, "Oh, thank you. How many magicians have you ever seen?" She says, "Oh, you're the only one."
But you're still my favorite.
But so yeah, that's the kids. The kids love magic. They laugh.
Yes. More questions?
How does performing during a pandemic compare to before?
Oh,
Such a great question.
Yes.
So
thank you
first
for
of
that.
all, yeah, thank you for that. First of all, our the minute they shut things down, it was on a Friday that they shut everything down. We had a Magic Club meeting the following Tuesday, but Cindy and I were already familiar with Zoom. And so I had a full Zoom account already because I was keeping in touch with other magicians around the world already. And so so we immediately told our Dallas Magic Club, we're still going to meet, but we're going to meet on Zoom. And I sent them a link and we immediately went online with that. And then Cindy, we also had afternoon classes in 2 different schools going, after school classes in 2 different schools going at that time. So Cindy said, "Do you think we can do our classes online with this program Zoom?" And I said, "I don't know. Let's find out." So we tried it and it went well. So during the pandemic, we started doing shows and more classes online like we'd spoken about earlier. And then as we're doing it, we really realized that a lot of the magic we had, we didn't have to have the people right up on stage with us. We could do it over the distance of the Zoom line. And then that meant we could also do a distance and keep socially distanced in live shows. So as early as the summer of 2020, we were doing shows that were outdoors. Now, they were far away from us.
Yes.
And they were far away from each other. But we were getting people to do the shows and participate with us from a distance. In fact, we did several tricks today that I developed
During that time.
doing distance, and they just became good tricks.
Well, yeah, where they,
So I kept them in the show.
you don't have to actually bring them up on stage with you. You can do things from afar with them and still be in person, So live entertainment can still happen during the pandemic. You just have to be really
You
careful.
have to be very careful, and you have to follow the rules.
And follow the rules.
And
And make sure your audience also follows those rules, not just us.
we have one client we work with a lot. It's a mega church, and they weren't doing anything. And when they decided to come back together in November, they called and said, "Dal, we need you to come back and perform for the kids." And I'm going like, "Oh, I don't know, man. There's a pandemic going on." And he said, "Don't worry, we're going to follow all those CDC rules. As long as you don't bring anybody up on stage, you'll be fine." I said, "Okay." So I'd already developed some things to perform outdoors. So we were in one of the big rooms of this church, and there was a smaller crowd. And I'm doing one of my tricks, and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if the kids are seeing what I'm doing.
They were pretty far away.
They're really, really far away. And then I turned around to put the thing down, and I looked up behind me, and they had installed this giant screen behind me. It was huge.
It was projecting what he was doing.
And I had 2 thoughts as I'm watching the back of my head on that screen. Number one, my thought was, oh yeah, the kids could see everything I'm doing perfectly well.
All the hidden magic stuff.
The second thing second thought I had is, wow, my bald spot has really gotten big back there. What happened there? So that was the 2 thoughts I had when I saw myself from the back on that giant screen. So
one more thing though about the pandemic is that one good thing that came out of it, I think, is that through Zoom you could connect with other people from everywhere. Like we said that we taught children from Brazil. I mean, we would have never been able to do that if it wasn't
we had
for
kids in England. We had
learning
kids
that, right?
all over.
Right.
And
even like David Copperfield came and he lectured at one of our Magic Club meetings.
David Copperfield
I mean, it was like,
at our Dallas Magic Club.
I mean, that would have never happened if it weren't for, for Zoom.
Mhm.
So,
I have one regret about Zoom.
yes.
I knew about it ahead of time, and yet I didn't buy stock in the company.
Right.
What was I should have bought stock in Zoom.
Final question. You've flown in and out of a lot of airports. What do you love about Love Field?
Oh my.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I love Love Field.
I do too. It's very close to our heart.
It's also very close to our home.
That's true.
So, but I've seen a lot of airports. I've seen big airports. I've seen little tiny airports, and I'm not saying that because we're here today.
No.
If you'd asked me before we came out and performed today, I would have said I love Love Field the most.
Even before they remodeled it. I mean, we loved Love Field.
The people here, they like their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
They like each other, and they like the customers. Yeah, every now and then you get somebody that needs to go take a break or something. But that's rare. That's really rare. The people, for the most part,
Are friendly,
Are
are
friendly,
helpful, are
and-
nice.
and they're full of love.
And they are.
Oh. No, we love Love Field. It's an easy drive. It's easy to park here. It's just got everything, and so many great restaurants. So many great restaurants here. I was kidding about running through Love Field. I have this bad habit when I fly somewhere. Okay, my flight's at 2:00. I need to be there at 1:00, and then I get it in my head 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Well, that switches.
So now he thinks he has to be there at
Now
12.
I think I have to be there at 12.
So he gets to the airport really early.
And so I really do get to the airport. And so I get to wander around and taste everything. And I think I've eaten at every restaurant in Love Field at least once.
Probably.
And bought something from, I can't think of any one of the vendors I haven't bought something from. No, I have not bought one of those tables. I want one of those up tables that for my computer. I haven't bought that yet.
Yeah.
I've got my eye on it though. But that's the only thing I haven't bought here at Love Field. So we want to thank you everybody for sharing our magical experience
Yes.
today. We had a blast.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for letting us talk about our business too. It was a lot of fun. We want you to listen to the Dallas Love Field Lead with Love podcast. Whenever you listen to podcasts, leave us a review. Leave us a review on the Apple podcast. Go to the Apple podcast. Leave us a review. 5 stars. I need 5 stars. Okay. That's, you got anything else?
I guess we'll see you at the State Fair of Texas.
We'll see you next weekend at the State Fair of Texas. Thank you, everybody. I'm Dal Sanders.
And I'm Cindy.
Bye-bye.